simplex method. Solve z max equal to 4x plus 1 plus 10x2 subject to 2x1 plus x2 less than equal to 50. Second constraint 2x1 plus 5x2 less than equal to 100. Third constraint 2x1 plus 3x2 less than equal to 90, such that x1 should be greater than equal to 0 and x2 greater than equal to 0, means x1 and x2 should be positive. So 2x1 plus x2 is less than equal to 50. That's why we add one slack variable, that is s1, to the first constraint, and 2x1 plus 5x2 is less than equal to 100. So this is also less than the equality. That's why we add another slack variable s2 to the second constraint, and 2x1 plus 3x2 less than equal to 90. So it is also less than, that's why we add one slack variable, that is s3 equal to 90. So formulas, how to find out pivoting column. Pivoting column, another name is called as entering variable. This is maximum negative value in Zmax row. So pivoting row or leaving variable. How to find out leaving variable is to find out minimum positive ratio. So to calculate ratio, that is RHS divided by pivoting column. And pivoting element, it is an intersection of row and column. New pivoting row and new pivoting row is equal to 1 divided by pivoting element into old row. New row equal to minus key into new pivoting row plus old row. So in this given equation, so write basic variables. So basic variables means it is unique unit positive coefficient variable are called basic variable. Here s1 is a basic variable because s1 is unique. It is not present in second constraint and third constraint, and it is unique, means the coefficient of variable is 1 is called as unit, and positive coefficient, that is plus 1. So those variables are called as basic variable. In the given first equation, first constraint, s1 is a basic variable, and in second constraint s2 it is an unique. We are not taking x1 and x2 because x1 is also present in first equation and second equation, means it is not a unique. So take s2, and in third equation s3 is a unique. And in last objective equation is Zmax, it is also unique because it is nowhere present in any equation, and unit, the coefficient of Zmax is 1 and it is also a positive. Those variables are called as basic variables. So write basic variable in first column and write all the variables which are present in the given equation, that is x1, x2, s1, s2, s3, zmax are all called variables. Write all the variables in the respective column and write RHS. So in the first equation, 2x1 plus x2 plus s1, write the coefficient into the respective cell. So in first equation, I am writing value in first row. For second equation, write all the value, respective value coefficient of x1 and x2, s1, s2 into the second row. In third equation or third constraint, 2x1, write the coefficient of respective values, that is 2x1, 3x2, like that. So in first equation, 2x1 plus x2 plus s1 equal to 50. So what is the coefficient of x1? That is 2. Write 2 into the first cell. This is called as simplex table. So the coefficient of x2, that is we are not having any value, that's why we are treated as 1. So write 1. The coefficient of s1 is 1. There is no s2 in the first equation, so write 0. And there is no s3, write 0. Zmax no RHS, that is 50. Next, in second equation, that is 2x1 plus 5x2 plus s2 equal to 100. So write the coefficient into the respective cell of the second. So 2 x1 coefficient, 5 is the x2 coefficient. There is no S1, so write 0. S2 coefficient is 1, so 1 S2, write 1. There is no S3 in second equation or second constraint, so write 0. Z max, that is no Z max in second constraint, write 0. RHS is 100. In third equation, 2 is coefficient of x1, 3 is x2. There is no S1, no S2, S3 is present. The coefficient of S3 is 1. So write 1. There is no Zmax. Write 0. RHS, that is 90. Write 90. In fourth equation or objective function, so there is a value of x1 is minus 4. So value of x2 is minus 10. Write minus 10. There is no S1, so write 0. No S2, no S3, and Zmax value is coefficient of Zmax is 1. There is no value. That's why we are writing 1. So RHS, that is 0. Next, find out the pivoting column. How to find out pivoting column or entering variable? That is maximum negative value in Zmax. Here minus 4 is there, minus 10, 0, 0, 0, 1 is there. So which is maximum out of that maximum negative value, that is minus 10. So that is yes, x2 is called as entering variable. The entering variable coming into the part of basic variable. Instead of x2, we are eliminate any one of the row here. So we are calculating afterwards. So how to find out pivoting column? Pivoting column is a maximum negative value in Zmax. Here minus 4, minus 10, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 is there. Minus 10 is maximum negative value. So picking it as a entering variable. Next, ratio. How to calculate ratio? Ratio is equal to RHS divided by pivoting column. RHS value is 50. Pivoting column value means which value marked by the pivoting column. This is called as pivoting column value. That is RHS divided by pivoting column. So RHS is 50 divided by 1. So write 50. In second one, RHS is 100 and pivoting column value is 500 divided by 5. So that is 20, write 20. And third row, RHS is 90 and x2 value is 3. So 90 divided by 3, 30. But don't write for Zmax because it always 0. Because RHS value in Zmax is 0. 0 divided by 10 indicates 0. So that's why we are not writing that. Next, find out the, first we are writing the simplex table and find out the pivoting column. After that, we are writing ratio. Now we are finding out pivoting row. How to find out pivoting row? Means it is an exit variable. Which is exit variable means it is a minimum positive ratio. So how to find out minimum positive ratio means there are three values 50, 20, 30. Out of that, which is minimum, that is an exit variable. So S2 will leave from here and X2 will come into the place of S2. Here 20 is minimum positive ratio. So this is called as a leaving variable. X2 is an entering variable and S2 is leaving variable. So how to find out pivoting element? It is an important point because in next table we want to find out the pivoting element. How to find out pivoting element means it is an intersection of row and column. So here intersection of row and column is this, that is 5. So here 5 is the pivoting element. This is not an intersection. First one is a not intersection because it is having only a column. It does not contain row and column. Which cell having row and column, that is called as pivoting element. Here 5 is a pivoting element. So next, write new pivoting row because we are eliminate S2 instead of S2 we are writing X2, that is a new pivoting row. S2 is an exit variable, X2 is an entering variable. So in basic column S2 place we are writing X2. So the formula of new pivoting row equal to 1 into old row divided by pivoting element. We are already know how to find out pivoting element. This is an intersection of row and column. The intersection of row and column, that is 5, it is a pivoting element. 1 into volt row divided by pivoting element. So 1 into volt row value, that is 2, because we are writing in the place of x1 of s2, we are writing x2, write value of x1 here. 1 into 2 divided by 5, that is 2 by 5, write 2 by 5. So second one, so this is a 1 into 5. This is volt row. So volt row value is 5 because we are writing for the second row. So which value the present in previous second row, it is a volt row, that is 1 into 5, and pivoting element is 5. 1 into 5 divided by 5, write 1. So next 1 into volt row value is 0. 1 into 0 divided by 5, that is 0. So next fourth one, for this place previous value is 1. 1 into 1 divided by 5, so that is 1 by 5, right, 1 by 5. So next 1 into 0 divided by 5, that is 0. So next for z max column, so previous value is 0. 1 into 0 divided by 5, that is 0. So for RHS column, so 1 into volt row value is 100 divided by pivoting element is 5. 100 divided by 5, that is 2. So 20, so write 20. So we are writing a new pivoting row. After that we can write new row. How to find out new row? New row equal to, the formula is minus key into volt new pivoting row plus volt row. So key value means pivoting column value is called as key value. So here 1. So the formula is minus key into new pivoting row. So I am adding minus to the prefix of 1. So minus 1 into new pivoting row means new pivoting first column value, that is minus 2 by 5 plus volt row. Volt row value means 2. I am writing here x1 place. Previously we are having key value is 1. Key value is pivoting column value is called as key value. So key value is minus 1 into new pivoting row column value is 2 by 5 plus volt row. Volt row value is 2. That is minus 2 by 5 plus 2, that is 8 by 5. Write 8 by 5. So second one. Here also key element value is 1. New pivoting row value is 1. So write minus for the key element, minus 1 into new pivoting row 1, minus 1 into 1, minus 1 plus volt row having 1. So that is minus 1 into 1 plus 1, that is 0, write 0. Similarly for third column, for third column minus key element is minus 1. Minus 1 into new pivoting row, minus 1 into 0 is 0 plus volt row value is 1. So that is 1. So write 1. Similarly, so we are writing all the values. Next, S3. So this is also new row. So finding out new row for third column. So volt row means which value present in the third row is called as volt row. New pivoting row means already we are determined the new pivoting row. This is new pivoting row value, and key value means the pivoting column value which is present in third row, that is 3. So we are having 3, but formula is minus key into new pivoting row plus volt row. So change the sign. So minus 3 into new pivoting row. New pivoting row means here 2 by 5 minus 3 into 2 by 5 plus volt row value, that is 2. That is 4 by 5, right to the x1 value. So similarly we are doing all the row values. Next, Z max. So here Z max also minus 10. Minus 10 is the key value, but our formula is minus of minus key, minus into minus plus 10. 10 into new pivoting row. New pivoting row value is 2 by 5. So write 2 by 5, and volt row value is minus 4. So write that is 0. So we can do the process for all the values. Next, the basic variable. After that we are getting the table. Here we are stop the iteration. because now there is no negative value in Z max. If you are having any negative value, then treat it as a pivoting column, then do the same process what we have discussed previous. Now there is no negative value in Z max row, so stop the iterations and find out the value. First we are finding out x2 value because 1 into x2 is 1x2. What is the RHS value? That is 20. So 1x2 equal to 20 means x2 equal to 20. Here there is no x1 in the basic variable. That's why we are writing x1 as 0. Suppose if the x1 is present here, then 8 by 5 divided by 30 means 5 6 are 30, 6 8 are 48 is become the x1 value, but there is no x1 here. That's why we are writing x1 equal to 0. So we are getting x2 and x1 value because in the given problem there are two unknowns x1 and x2. We are finding out x1 and x2 value using simplex method. But this problem can also solved by the graphical method. In graphical method, we can find out the value of two unknowns. If we are having more than two unknowns, we can't solve by the graphical method, then we go for the simplex method. So the limitation of graphical method leads to simplex method. So we are getting two values, but this value will hold good for all constraints that are static. So 2x1 plus x2 is less than equal to 50. So 2 into x1 value is 0 plus x2 value 20. So 20 is less than equal to 50. It is matched first constraint. So next we're checking for the second constraint, that is 2x1 plus 5x2. 2 into 0, 0, 5 into 20, 100. 100 is less than equal to 100. So x1 and x2 is matched to second constraint, and third constraint is 2x1 plus 3x2 plus s3 equal to 0, less than equal to 90. 2 into 0, 0 plus 3 into 20, 60. 60 is less than equal to 90. Third constraint is also matched, means x1 and x2 holds good for all the constraints. So next, our main intention is to find out the objective equation, that is Z max. Z max equal to 4x1 plus 10x2. So x1 value is 0 and 10 into 20, that is 200. Z max value is 200 and we are getting 200 into the RHS. Means x1 and x2 value is 0.